Hello makers, Jerry with 3D HP. Just want to do a quick video on here on what I would do as far as for keeping exact coordinates on your honeycomb bed. Now with the HT 460 that I have from Haotian, see how this bed moves around? Now if you got it real close for real thin material, you're going to have it up fairly high and there's nothing really to stop it. So sure, you can just set it there and engrave, fine. But if you need to re-engrave something, it didn't cut all the way through, or you got the next job and you want to repeat it, and you want to put your material up in the top left, the top right, the bottom left, you know, wherever up against the black frame, and repeat the job, it might have moved on you. See, like there, I just bumped it and moved around. Well, there's an easy way to fix that. One thing I said in my first video is that the Z, let me drop the Z down. My first video I had mentioned you can just push it all the way back against the frame back here. That way you're tight, and then you can push it up against one lead screw or another where the bolts are to keep it in that exact position. Well, that'll work fine on real thick material, but when you're up high, let me bring it back up where I had it. Now when you're up high, see how it moves around? One suggestion was simply put it on the knife blade. It'll stay there, not move. Well, those aren't exact coordinates. It will move around on you. It'll slightly shimmy or move. And when you're up in the top left corner, repeating your work, like I say, if something didn't cut all the way through, or you're printing one after another, and you want to simply throw the wood on, hit, you know, resume and redo the file, print it again and again, it may move on you. It's not going to be exact. So if you line this up exactly where you want it, now the easiest way to do that would be to drop the Z back down and run it and frame the job. You can pretty much see what kind of a distance you need going all the way around. So with the Rita controller here, I'm manually moving it and see where that honeycomb is in frame. Run it all the way around. Now if I go to the right, I can bottom it out, so I'm not going to do that. And you can check, you can get it square, you can home it, get it exactly where you want it. And then you'd be able to actually drill both sides, or you could drill, well you can't really get up there and drill in the front, in the back, but you could drill a side, you could drill a post in the front, or one on each side. Put a bolt through it with a sleeve or something on it, so it slide up and down to make it removable. That's all fine, that'll work. But I've got an easier way. Let me move the Z back up. Okay, now the Z's back up where the whole thing will slide around. I went out in the garage, I'd have to run to the big box store, cut up a couple pieces of wood. These are 10.5 inches long. I simply drop one back here, drop one back here on this side, push up against it, and then there's a little lip under there, so look underneath, make sure you're on top of that lip. Then you can pretty much square it in between the lead screws. I got a couple blocks here that are 27 millimeters. They need to be maybe 20, 28, 29, but I just drop one in down on each side. And that gives me my exact coordinates. Now I can carefully bump it to the top left up against the wooden block on the side and the blocks on the back. Now I'm perfectly square, so I can run my job, repeat it every time. Didn't have to spend any money. Quick and easy. Very simple to take care of. Let me move the camera around so you can see it better. And as you can see, I've got the one block right here. I simply dropped it in on the side. I've got the blocks in the back. Block over here. There's a slight bit of movement, but that's because my blocks aren't quite big enough. I should have made them a hair bigger on both sides, maybe 28. But the 10.5 in the back is perfectly fine. Now when I drop the bed down, if I'm doing something really tall, you're thinking, okay, now you're out of position. Well, no, you're not. Simply take one of those blocks that are in the back that are 3/4 inches wide, drop it in the rear, and there you go. You're ready to go. So now you still got your exact coordinates. You're in the top left corner. For something tall, you got the 3/4 inch piece of wood, whatever it may be. You can even 3D print it. Jump on your 3D printer, go into EasyCAD, design your own blocks, That's the way they're not wood if you want. They'll be very simple to do. So just block the sides, works perfect. And then whenever you want to remove, you pick them up, take them out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you to all my channel members. Roger Brown, I'm very sorry, my friend. When I video yesterday, I posted, I misspelled his name. Sorry about that, my friend. I'll try to make sure that doesn't happen again. But I thought you'd like it. Haotian Lasers, awesome company. Pascal Liu, love you, man. Very cool. Don't know what else to say, other than if you want a really killer RF CO2 gantry laser, contact Pascal Liu. I'll have a link below in the description. $4,500 shipped to the US. Only a few minor things you need to do. But I already showed you on the camera how I can mount it up here, how to get exact coordinates with your material. Just use some wood, 3D print some blocks, drill dowels if you want to go to the trouble. Anyway, thank you everybody. Have an awesome day and happy laser engraving.